What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We got ourselves a Battle Aces show match. I've grabbed two streamers who are both top ace players on the ladder. Not sure their relative skill levels compared to each other, but I'm looking forward to a good match. They've both been spamming recall on the ladder lately, so it's going to be a bit of a recall mirror matchup, which is something we haven't seen too much of yet. We've got Rayreign here in the bottom left and jayxp in the top right. Now, jayxp's got a really cool lineup. He's got advanced blinks. He's got Crusaders and Shockers. His air lineup is Mammoth, Dragonfly into Locust on the tier 3. That's so different to Rayreign, who's going to be running Destroyer Crusader. So Destroyer's hard counter Crusaders. So he's got the hard counter there. He's also got Snipers, which I don't think will be very useful in this particular lineup. And he's running Dragonfly Mammoth as well, but he's got Valkyrie for extreme anti-air power. To be fair, though, I'm not sure how Valks do versus Locust, because Valk is more of like a long-range, massive damage, good for like smashing down big air units. I don't know how it does against the swarmy Locust. I think it'll beat them though. Oh, this is a good fight right now for Jay, guys. Jay's smashing this fight. I think Jay's trading a little bit better. He's also got a run by ready to go into the other base, which if Rayraign's a little distracted, that could be big. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think a pretty similar trade. Oh, that guy escapes. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And he's going to recall this one just barely. Unfortunately, though, it takes 4 recalls to one-shot a worker, as you can see there. Get some good damage. 3 worker kills is massive. And the third base is down. Okay, nice. All right, check it out, guys. So we've got, okay, so AIR's coming on for jayxp. jayxp's just started his Starforge, whereas Rayreign has gone for the fast 4th. Mass expanding with recall, very common. But recall versus recall, I have found to be one of the most brain-bending sort of matchups. Because look, if he recalls and you don't recall instantly, you just lose 2 guys for free. And recalls are expensive. They're 100 matter each. They have great stats other than their very low movement speed. Recalls are fantastic. Oh no, why are the same color? Oh, we got colorblind people in the chat. That sucks, Statlerburger. I don't think there's any way I can change the color. They're going to bring that in later on. Yeah. The colored... Oh, the units themselves, right? Well, at least the health bars are a different color. Yeah, I don't know why the units are the same color. That is weird. That is very weird. Luckily, the health bars are a different color. Oh! 5th base. He's trying to go Mammoth Dragonfly himself as Rayreign. Rayraign's gone for heavy expansion. Rayreign needs to get out. Oh! Blink? Wait, really? We're using Blink Hunters. That's crazy, guys. Blink Hunters, not the best anti-ground unit, but trying to like use the blink forward as like a punish mechanic here. This is really creative by jayxp. jayxp said, look, whenever you try to recall out, I want to be able to just jump on top. Oh, he's got the Mammoths coming in. Oh, Rayreign thought he trapped him, but the Mammoths come in at the perfect time, and it ends up being a trap. That was actually the perfect bait by jayxp. The way he looked like he overextended, baited Rayreign into recalling onto it, and then the Mammoths all appear right at that moment. Bad timing for Rayreign to commit. That was way too dangerous. The forward 5th base was a little bit too greedy there. He's going to go for a quote-unquote run by, but remember, the moment you see that recall, you're going to need to recall out. Oh, no. He doesn't recall out, and Rayreign loses a lot of his recalls. He also loses his 4th base at the same time. So we're back to 3 base versus 3 base, but jayxp's been way more efficient. Now, the Mammoths are here for Rayreign. Question, though, can he deal with the flank coming in from that left side? He's going to try and focus the base down. He's trying to focus the base down to stop the recall, but I think Rayraign's done for, man. I think jayxp showing some really high-level play here. Looking fantastic. Very well played there. Wow. Okay, really nicely done. I feel like taking up beats Mass Expanse as Larry Sellers. There was definitely some good trades for jayxp early. I think fast 4th base can work. I think fast 5th base is definitely a little bit too much because you just don't get to use your energy. Your blue resource starts stacking up for a bit too long, and that 5th base is too exposed. So I agree that I think fast 4th can work in recall versus recall, like going up 1 base, but going up 2 bases is probably a little bit too much. Mammoth line coming in. The recalls are a little slow to get in behind it. Mammoths are kind of like a ranged Crusader, is a way to think of them. The recall reinforcements, it's you either hold this base or you die trying for Rayreign. Rayraign's outnumbered right now, guys. And that is going to be a nice victory there for jayxp. There's a good run by that came in. I like that he got 2 Dragonflies, did Rayreign, so he's getting some damage, but I think he's just a bit too far behind the curve. And especially because they're both playing a mirror matchup right now of recall versus recall. The mirror matchups are always a bit more brutal, right? We know that from every other RTS. If you're both playing Scout versus Scout opening AoE 2, you're playing Blinkstalker versus Blinkstalker, Lingbane versus Lingbane, Marine versus Marine. Those fights, when one player gets a small advantage with mirrored units, it spirals very quickly. So very well played. XP takes game 1, does jayxp, and we'll see if the players change their decks going into the next game, as this is a best of 9. All right, guys. Down here at the bottom left side, Rayreign has changed to Blink. Double Blink lineup, while JXP says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and sticks with the exact same lineup. This is kind of what I was hoping we'd get some games today, guys. Because, one player just wins and is like, okay, I'll just keep doing it until you beat it. Now, Rayreign also swapped to Shockers here, guys. So Rayreign has said, oh, okay, I don't really need Destroyers necessarily. Let's get Shockers. So it's Crusader Shocker versus Crusader Shocker. Mammoth Dragonfly versus Mammoth Dragonfly. Let's see how Blink does versus Recall. Now, the Recalls, I believe, have slightly better stats, but of course the Blink guys can kind of jump on them. Oh, if we just Blink on top. I honestly... Oh, do they not see each other? They must not see each other. I don't think you can swap to players' individual vision. They barely missed each other. Now, you're not exposed until these workers spawn in, guys, which is right at the 9-minute mark, 1 minute after you build that expansion. These guys could dive in. Both sides are going to trade workers really early. Rayraign's YOLOing the main base, which is kind of dangerous because he can recall. He can also warp in units there as well, but you force the recall to the main and then you go to the natural on your way out. Oh, he's got to blink away. He's actually doing really well, though. Wow, that was huge. On the other hand, though, wasn't defending his own base. These guys slipped by. Really well done. Oh, Rayraign's got to get out of here. So Rayreign loses 6 workers, 7 workers. He killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he loses 2 more workers. I don't know if he killed any of the actual units. That looked like a pretty good trade for Jay, though. I think Rayreign, if he'd spotted those units up top, he could have, he had enough money. He could have had units rallied over to his natural. And that's, I think, one of the little habits that players... I remember to do it sometimes. Whenever I'm doing a sneaky move like that, I always try to rally my units close to my expansion, just in case they snuck around. Big fight here. Recalls have great stats, but look at the way the Blink micro. Beautiful. You can tell Rayraign's a Protoss player. Dude, Rayreign just stomped that fight. Get out, though. Get out, Rayreign. We're overcommitting, I think. Oh, actually, maybe he can spiral this. You gotta be careful because they can keep reinforcing guys by recalling them in 1 or 2 at a time. But he F2 recalled. He accidentally recalled all of his guys when he's only trying to recall the guys from his home base. Oh, that's bad for Jay. I think Rayreign might have this now. Rayreign going for the blink all in. I mean, it's not even an all-in. He's got a 4th base. Just the pressure that I want to fight and I'm going to keep attacking. Beautiful blink control from Rayreign. And even though, he should probably focus the fighters. He's focusing the workers right now, which is good value. But it does mean, now you've let him get enough numbers to potentially break out these 3 very damaged guys. He finally finishes them off. And there we go. I think that's still a very good fight there, effectively, for Rayreign. He's going to have to run away now. Don't want to stand and fight the Mammoth, I don't think. Well, maybe. You got more guys coming in. You're on 4 base against 3 base, and that 3rd base isn't even mining for your opponent, so there's no reason to keep attacking. You've got this in the bag. jayxp knows it. And man, that was a brutal start to this series. 1-1. All right, tied up 1-1. Rayreign down here is going to continue to play Blink. Jay is going to swap to Wasps. Okay, nice swap up from Jay. He's also got Bombers in the mix. Oh, Bombers can be kind of brutal against Blinks. If you blink them in chunks at all, you really need to spread them out. Bombers also got a slight hit point buff in this last patch as well. Now, Wasps can do a little bit of damage. The trick is to just not get surrounded here. Oh, blinking forward. Very brave. I guess there was only a few Wasps there, so fair enough. Now, where do you go from here, guys? Ooh. Where do you go from here? Blink Hunters coming in with it. Wow, Jay's committing pretty hard to this, guys. Bringing a few Blink Hunters in for some range damage. That's a bit of energy being spent. Both sides at 400, 400. Neither side teching or expanding. Neither side teching or expanding right now. They're both waiting for the other. Okay, JXP goes Foundry. JXP started the Foundry. Rayreign has got a lot of money floating. Rayraign's got a lot of money floating. He's not spending it. Okay, now he starts his air tech. He's going to go Starforge in response. Does blink forward and kill just 1 Wasp. Doesn't lose any workers. 2 base versus 2 base. This is a big issue. Okay, here we go. All right. Chat saying Mammoths just win here. Having a tanky frontline of Mammoths, there's no answer. JXP has to tech tier 3. I think you're right. Uh-oh, the Blinks could get surrounded. If the Blinks get surrounded, that's a problem. But so far, the trading's been good for Rayreign. He's looking comfortable with Blink, man. And he's got these guys. He's expecting a Wasp run by on the right side, but it hasn't come yet. So good scouting for him. Mammoths will do well. I mean, Dragonflies will also do really well. He takes the 3rd base now in the face of the Wasps. You'll notice anytime he's just picked... Oh, I don't know about that blink forward. That's a crazy blink forward for Rayreign, especially once Bombers come in. Dude, the Bombers are coming. The Bombers are coming. Oh, no, 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 no. You know there's Bombers out here. Don't chase him. Don't chase him. Oh, no, no, no. The Bombers are coming. Oh, my God, guys. This is going to get so scary. The Wasps get the surround. The Bombers are here. Oh, my gosh. There's no escape. Rayreign overcommitting onto the map. The Bombers, they are glowing right now. They're not just glowing, but they're blowing, man. And yeah, chat saying bombers are really bad. I mean, bombers are hard to be used effectively, but they are actually very decent in some scenarios. You don't want to mass them usually. There was a lot of them that got built there. They do kill almost all the blink DPS. Mammoths don't have good DPS in there, and they need the blinks behind. But here we go. Dragonfly run by for Rayreign will do good damage, but he's got to defend his main base. He's lost almost all of his economy there. The third base just being not attacked right now. Big mistake right now from Jay. Jay needs to be killing those workers, all these bases. He's not killing them right now. Dragonfly is doing big damage. They are clearing up that natural. They should go towards the main worker line as well, which they will eventually do. A lot of that worker line goes down. The income right now for Rayreign, very low. He has the advantage of the mammoth tech, but he doesn't have much damage behind those mammoths. Mammoths do not do good damage. They are a tanking unit. Dragonfly is doing great, but the Blink Hunters do come forward. Blink Hunters will eventually deal with the Dragonflies. Somehow, Rayreign manages to defend his third base. Both sides' income is down in the dumps right now. The Dragonfly's going down. It would have been better to keep at least one Dragonfly alive here so that you could force the anti-air to stay at home. Nice hold at the third for Rayreign. He's got a single Dragonfly there, but the Blink Hunters could take it out. He's going to dive the base. jayxp, the Mad Dog, diving the base, a bad call. Does not have the damage, and he's actually going to throw in the towel. Wow, these guys are both going for each other's throat. This is some highly aggressive play. It's so funny, guys, because I play a lot of aggressive games, but I really feel like it's so fascinating watching the difference depending on who's playing in the game. I really need to find more defensive players because I think jayxp here is just dialing up the aggression in every situation. These guys are both channeling their inner parting and clam. GG, well played. Rayreign up 2-1. The power of Blink compels you. Oh, right, guys. Oh, Rayreign swaps it up. Crab Wasp? Is Crab Wasp good? I don't know how Crab Wasp works, guys. I guess it just gives you a tanky unit for later in the game and a Wasp here. He's got no anti-air on tier 2 Foundry, though. So Rayreign, if he goes Foundry first and Jay goes air, he's screwed. So Rayreign has to reactively tech with this style, and he's playing against recalls again. So Jay's gone back to recalls. Now, recalls versus wasps. Recalls are meant to be kind of a counter unit, is how the devs first kind of explained it to us. No one could beat Parting's Wasp Stinger when we first went to their office until David Kim played a few matches and beat him with recall in a couple matches, and we were like, ooh, recall actually good, because none of us had figured out how to really use recall properly yet. Here we go. Good surround, and that allows you to just get some damage on the expo. It's not going to be very meaningful. Oh no, Rayreign, his wasp wasn't, he didn't notice it. He wasn't watching. That wasp wasn't perfectly positioned. I think they slid through this little bit of fog on the left side of our screen. Oh, that's a huge mistake. This is such a problem. Oh, jayxp slips by him. Rayraign's going to be mouthing. He's going to be like, dude, I have a spotter there. How did I not see this? But it's just, he just misclicked it slightly. He does get a good surround on the workers, though. He's going to kill a lot of workers himself. Oh, and the main base, guys. Jay's not watching either. Jay's made a mistake as well. Both players making mistakes here. This is awesome. That's a great wasp trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers. That's a lot of workers, guys. That is a lot of workers. That's like half a base of income gone for the next minute. More wasps coming in. Quick recall. He's got a snap recall. He does snap recall it. And yeah, you get two more. It's not too bad. Looks like, oh no, Rayraign's gone Foundry, guys. He has nothing that shoots up against Dragonflies. So I think jayxp wins this game with Dragonflies because he reacted, and he teched first. So that's a big mistake for Rayreign. I'm guessing Rayreign pressed the wrong button. That 100% looks like a wrong button press to me. You guys agree or no? To me, that feels like there's no way you'd be going Foundry here, right? Anyways, looks like Wasp coming in. Is there animation cancel in this game? Like where you can micro to make your units attack faster, like in Age of Empires 4? I do not believe so. But I don't actually know. I don't know if there's any units. The fighting's so fast, it'd be pretty hard to do it. He said on his stream he forgot to bring anti-air, apparently. No. Oh, now he's making Starforge. He should have realized. Oh, no. Oh, man. These Dragonflies are going to wreck. Here they come, guys. The first Dragonflies are just a GG button. So he's done what I do in these scenarios, which is build a fourth base. But I think he should have kept counterattacking. He should have kept massing Wasp Crab and just counterattacking rather than fighting front on. I think when you don't have an answer to the air, you just have to make the game as chaotic as possible and try to just like attack 5 places and then hopefully get your own Dragonflies up behind it. But I think he's pretty dead. Crusaders don't actually do damage, guys. They're just there to tank. Whilst they are very good tanks, that's not enough. So Rayraign's a bit too slow to realize. I think he's obviously not well practiced in completely forgetting anti-air. Oh, and recalls. Recalls destroy Crusaders, man. They destroy King Crabs, Crusaders, anything. Their stats are just great. For their cost, they're one of the best tier 1 units. Wasps around is beautiful for Rayreign. He clears out the workers. You got to realize this is a double value base, the main base, and everything there is going down. He still doesn't quite have that Dragonfly tech. Dragonflies will kill all of his 4th base workers as well. He goes for another great Wasp run by. I mean, he's doing well at making some damage in a game where he is otherwise dead. His own Dragonflies come out and do clean that up, but he's left on one base mining, a couple workers in the main, whereas there's still 2/3 of a main base, a full natural, and a third base coming up in 30 seconds, not to mention a massive standing army for our red player. jayxp is just looking so much more powerful here, and that is absolutely massive. Dragonflies trying to pull back. These Dragonflies dancing around. Gonna be picking those off. Oh, hello, hello. Maybe, maybe not. Here we go. All right, units moving down that north side as well. I think people undervalue the power of recall. The base units do so much damage. Yeah, fantastic stats. Like, and they stack up a lot. And their damage is not bad at all. They also take multiple mortar shots to kill, so they're not that fragile compared to like a gunbot either. Natural goes down. Wasp run by forces a recall, but we are playing from such a desperate position right now. And honestly, I'm surprised that Jay's not just going for more Dragonflies and just basically overwhelming with like mass Dragonfly, but you know, he's overwhelming either way. So like, why doesn't he kill him in a different way? Because he's killing him this way, pig. And you're like, yeah, that's true. So a bit of a loadout mistake here, really deciding this game, to be fair. The Blink Hunter edition is really interesting, the way Jay likes to mix those in. I really, this might be just a hole in my game, that I almost never use tier 1 anti-air units for their anti-ground capabilities. And that's something I might have to start doing more, especially with like the missile bot. I've realized the stats on that are insane against air, but it's actually not terrible versus ground either. It's better than a beetle versus ground and way better versus air. But we'll talk more about missile bots when we actually see them. Whoa, guys! Oh my god. Expand for Rayreign immediately, going Crab Wasp up against Wasp Swift Shocker all in. It's the one base all in from jayxp. Wasp Swift Shocker, very hard to deal with, guys. Oh man, and no ranged units. I think Crabs do pretty well versus Wasp Swift Shocker, but Swift Shockers can out micro the Crabs forever. So I feel like eventually you need to tech up, and that's a problem. Because he's on one base, you've expanded. Do you really want to tech up here as Rayreign? Oh no, he's letting himself get surrounded. You can't let these Crabs get surrounded. Oh no. The base could have tanked a lot more damage. You can let that go down below half life before you move over to defend it. He's going to go for his own run by though. And if he forces you to build basic units right now, that means Jay's not going to have the matter necessarily to immediately build Swift Shockers. Maybe. Oh, but this is not a great trade, I don't think, for Rayreign. He does kill quite a lot of workers. It's already a low income. Workers spawning in now. These Crabs are going to try to desperately defend over here. He's trying to go Crusader, Destroyer. Destroyers? I don't know if either of these units beat Swift Shockers, right? Swift Shockers can out micro those, and Destroyers won't do much damage to them. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is an unfamiliar area of the game for me, guys. Those Swift Shockers are coming though. Those Swift Shockers are a problem. So one base all in for jayxp. Rayreign needs to hold. He's got 6 Crabs that are going to just give up his natural, which is the right call. The question is, can he defend? Remember, he killed a lot of workers. He did kill a lot of workers. The income kind of sucks. There's not as many Swift Shockers coming across this map as you'd expect. And what's he going to do to defend, guys? Oh, man, he's not got time. And Swift Shockers wreck Wasps. So those Wasps go for the counterattack. But look at this. Just so many Wasps and Swift Shockers. Just the numbers are in favor of Jay right now. Wasps are going to come in for a bit of a flanking attempt, but almost all the Crabs are gone by then. And look at the Swift Shockers just ripping him apart. Crusaders start to come out here for Rayreign, but without support, Crusaders don't get anything done. And even though they can tank against the Swift Shockers, having no ranged unit at the start, I think was a bit of an issue. I think like Wasp's Gunbot or something else would have been potentially a little bit better there. But GG, well played. Really nice one base all-in. That's one of the scarier all-ins. I've defended that many times with fast expansion first, but every time I defend that, it's like a very narrow hold. I've died to it many times as well. It's always so close when you play against the Swift Shocker Wasp one base. And many times I'm like hiding behind my main base, letting it get to like 10% life, or like fighting it amongst my workers, barely surviving. But I think it's really hard having Crab Wasp on the tier 1 lineup. So perhaps just a build counter for jayxp against Rayrein's opening basic slot units, because I think Wasp Crab maybe is a little bit vulnerable. All right, into the next game. Back to Recall versus Recall, guys. It's Recall and Recall Hunters against Recall and Blink Hunters. I've tried to use Recall Hunters a lot. I think against very high-skilled opponents, they may be garbage. I think Blink Hunters are the second best anti-air, and I think Missile Bots are the best anti-air. Though, I mean, Blink is pretty amazing for catching air units as well. I think those are the two best tier 1 anti-air units. Recall Hunters, are just kind of awkward. They do really good damage, I believe, but it's so hard to ever get them on top of the enemy units. So against the players like good at multitasking Dragonflies, it gets awkward. Now, these recalls for Rayreign on the left, he's going to be sneaking through. Remember what happened last time? This time he's learned his lesson. He just needs to keep rallying recalls up here, and he can block this dive. His own one is going to get in, but remember, they can recall back. He slides in through the natural. This is a dangerous move. He gets 1 worker, gets 2, gets 3, he gets 4 and recalls out. 5, 6. Oh, he's just going to completely trade out. Worth it. It's worth it. On the other side, he's going to kill a bunch of these recalls as well. This one's not as worth it for Jay. It's a shame Rayrein's not focus firing. He only saves 1 of these guys. So 4 workers go down for 4 recalls. Meanwhile, he kills 12 workers for 4 recalls. Massive trade advantage for Rayreign, but Rayreign takes a greedy 4th. He's got to pull back. This base can tank damage. It's not exposed until these workers spawn in. And here's the hot trick, guys. You don't want to rally elsewhere. You always want to keep your rally here so that you can just go to your main, box them, and recall them where they need to be. I've played a lot of recall, and just a hot tip for anyone playing, you want to leave the rally point next to the main so you don't just have to be trying to select units from all over. You see, right now it's really hard for Rayreign to recall because the units are all spawning everywhere and walking. You want to leave them in a big clump so you can just box them and then allocate them where you want them to recall. Nice run by here right now for Jay. Jay's coming in. Remember, Jay's up 3-2. And you see, that's what I'm talking about. Those guys just recalled in the middle of combat because he just had to do a lazy F2 recall. This is something that I ran into a lot when I was playing recall at first. And I do think that's the best technique, but we'll have to see as better players than me talk about it. He's going for the early 5th base as well. This is so greedy from Rayreign, but with the early momentum, he might just be able to carry it through. He's going to try and kick ass before jayxp gets his Starforge up. It's full tier 1, just a recall war for Rayreign. Rayreign can just keep recalling to this 5th base, reinforcing this angle, and doing great. See, he's going to recall, once again, an F2 recall. That's what I'm talking about. It's a little lazy. It's fine. I think he's going to get done really well, but it's just one of those things. I was recalling like Rayreign was here a lot, and then I realized there's a better technique. He's already making recall hunters ready for the air swap, but he just won the first fight. It's way too hard. And this is the classic hole in the vision problem, guys. Classic hole in the vision. I think Jay needed to very quickly recall on the inside of his natural, and he could have mitigated the damage. Lose maybe 1 or 2 workers, maybe kill a recall of Rayrein's, and it's like, okay, I'm slightly behind, but very slightly. But because he kept committing to his own run by, which Rayreign was ready for, jayxp just gets wrecked in that opening super hard and just goes down. All right. Rayreign back to his favorite Blinky Blinks as we're tied up the series 3-3. Jay is going recall once again. Oh, he's got advanced recalls in the lineup. Remember, advanced recalls cost 50-50. And they're basically just a more fragile recall that does like double, maybe more than double the damage. They do crazy DPS, but they're very fragile. So weak to splash damage. Like if for instance, Rayreign gets shockers out, you make a ton of advanced recalls and they get hit at all by the shockers, you're just going to be so disappointed in how they perform. They'll just disappear. But they are a nice unit to potentially use in the loadout. We've also got Mammoth Crusader, so lots of tanking units available. Get out, blink, blink, blink. Good blink back by Rayreign. Now, Jay is there with his recalls. The blinks are going to look for individual pickoffs. And often what you do is you go in one way, they recall, you blink to the other base. I do think, I'm not sure who's favored, blink or recall. In the head-to-head, I don't actually have that much experience in this matchup. Blinks are my least used unit, honestly, in the current, other than Scorpions. I haven't used Scorpions at all. Probably Scorpions, haven't used it all, then Blinks out of the tier 1s. But oh, Rayrein's not watching, and he does pull back. His units are faster. Fast 3 base versus fast 3 base. Neither side taking up just yet. Oh, okay, there we go. Starforge for jayxp, but no actual flying units on his Starforge. It's just pure ground. So he's going pure ground right now, and Rayreign is going to go Shocker and Crusader. Nice blink. Gets a couple of recalls down. Forces that one. And look at this. Now you can dive on this 3rd worker line and into the natural at the same time. This is really clever, Micro, but he's got to be careful of getting offensive recalled on. He's trying to bait the recall so he can dive in on the other side. He blinks away there, and then these guys go in. Huge moves. Huge move. That was the classic bait. Classic bait. And he turns around and fights here with superior numbers, 5-on-4. He's going to get recalled on by some of the units because it is a short cooldown. Those guys trade out for 5 workers. That was about 5 blinks for 5 workers. Not a bad trade. Remember, each worker you kill denies just under 50 matter, but it also denies almost 20 energy. And the second resource is worth a lot because that's what you get all your powerful tech units out of. Now, I imagine we're going to see Mammoth. Oh, yeah. Mammoth recall up against Blink Crusader Shocker. I think Blink Crusader Shocker is a slightly better comp, but it does come down to how the fights actually unravel. Here come those Mammoths. Got to get out of here, man. Got to get out of here. So the thing is, you want to keep your Blink count alive because that's your DPS. other than shockers. And if you can get a few shockers out and land hits on these guys, you're going to wreck them. Oh, especially on the advanced guys. Have we got shockers? He's got 4 shockers coming. Oh, but he's blinking forward. Very crazy move for Rayreign, the way he's fighting this. Dude, if these shockers land hits on the advanced recalls, they're going to smash them. But I don't think he wants to get them too exposed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go. Big shocker splash coming in. The blinks cutting off from behind. Very nice engagement for Rayreign. Notice how his blinks are just pulling the mammoths away, allowing his splash damage to work on the more fragile units. He's picking off these mammoths one at a time with his mass blink while coming in from the left. Dude, this is a beautiful fight from Rayreign. I am so impressed with how he did that fight. I thought that was so dangerous with the blinks, but that paid off pretty damn well. He is losing a few more blinks than he needs to, but at the end of the day, he's got an extra base. He shuts it down. The shockers, man. Dude, the big shocker, it's not actually called the big shocker, it's just called the shocker because there's so many, there's like swift shockers, recall shockers, all these different shocker units. I call this the big shocker because it's the big chunker. It shoots really slow. It's a little vulnerable, but having some ranged, big explosive splash damage in there, we could see just how effective that was for Rayreign. And the advanced recalls really, like I said, if they get hit by shockers, they just don't get to add much. Whereas if it was just Crusader blink, the advanced recalls could just gun down the Crusaders with no threat of splash damage. So great choice by Rayreign to go into the shockers there. All right, guys, the entire series could be decided right here. Let's see what they've picked for Rayreign going for recall, Hunter up against jayxp going recall and blink hunter. These guys, this just seems to be, I think we're seeing these guys have really been laddering a lot. They haven't played any show matches at all. And you can tell, like, what are they most confident with? What have they been spamming on the ladder? Clearly recall, right? They both keep going back to recall because they're really enjoying it. Apparently Trigger's just logged on. Oh, Luckbox, can you please message him? Thank you so much, Luckbox, you legend. If you can message Trigger, I'll message like Clem and other players and see if we can get Trigger on for a show match after this one, because Trigger is preparing for his World Championship qualifiers for StarCraft right now. But for those who don't know, I've seen him after World Championship tournaments playing Clash Royale on his phone in the hotel bar. This is how I know this game was made for him. I'm like, this man grinds Clash Royale like a mother trucker, you know? And so when this came out and it's like StarCraft and Clash Royale had a baby, I'm like, oh, Trigger's going to be the best player in the world at this game. Anyways, recall's coming. He's going to try and focus the base down. Get out. Good pullback. Oh, it's a single recall. Was that a mistake? That was kind of humorous. Here we go, big recall. Oh, he sandwiches him. Oh, but he goes south. I like Rayraign's choice to go south, but he does take a bit of damage. At the end of the day, it's 3 base first, 3 base, neither side taking up, guys. Neither side banking. Oh, wait, as I say that, Starforge comes down. Wait, where's the energy for Rayreign, guys? I'm so good. Oh, he took a 4th. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I didn't see that 4th base. I was like, where do your energy go? So he's playing 4 base recall against 3 base recall into Mammoth advanced recall. Getting a few mammoths up front, a bunch of advanced recalls should just smash mass basic recall, technically. Let's see how it actually goes in action, though. Let's see how it actually goes. You know, can Rayreign get the actual time to pay off this base? Because right as that base kicks in, there's going to be immediately mammoth advanced recall coming his way. Oh, that's a good start. Anytime you can... he loses 1 recall for 3 workers. Great trade. Super efficient. Almost lost another recall, though. It is almost dead, so... This is interesting. Score is currently 4-3 for Rayreign. I'm going to edit text on that looks more professional for the YouTube cast. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you get a score on screen. Those watching live don't get that. But yeah. It's 4-3. If Rayreign wins this game, he's got the whole thing. Here we go, guys. This is it. The mammoths. Wait, he didn't bother with any advanced recalls? Oh, yes, he did. He's already recalled them to the front. So the mammoths are pretty fast, man. They're going to join up. And I think this is base trade. Basically, he's like, look, I don't want to fight you. I want to wait for my shockers and crusaders. I'll give up my 3rd. We'll still be even bases, or will we? Because I'm focusing a base. If he moved in, he could have maybe killed that base a bit quicker. Oh, no. He's too slow on the recall. Big mistake there for Rayreign. It's because he forced him to recall, that bought him time. That's all he needed to do was buy himself time there. But he lost a lot of recalls in the process, and that's where things get expensive. Look at his money, though. Look at Rayraign's money banking up, and then he's going to go for it. He bakes... Oh my god, so many shockers. He's got 6 shockers, 3 crusaders, and he's going to be down to 2 base. Actually, he's rebuilding his 3rd straight away. But he's just so far down on army that I worry these guys could recall again. Oh my god, get out, get out, get out. A little slow again. He already loses 3, 4, 5. 5 of his recalls go down. He needs to get all these guys together. He needs the shockers on top. He needs the shockers on top. Oh my god, he tries to recall away right now, but he's taking too many bad trades. Is Rayreign. I think jayxp is going to keep himself alive in this series. Look at the mammoth count. Now, to be fair, the mammoths are a little far in front, and they are taking a bit of splash damage. The shockers shoot very slow. They need to be landing hits on the recalls, not on the mammoths, but they're getting gunned down. Great focus fire. Did you see the advanced recalls focus down those shockers? Easy engage. The mammoths tanked the first 2 volleys of shockers. The advanced recalls and recalls focus them down, and we are going to the ace match, the final decider, as this is now tied up 4-4. All right. It's the final deciding game, and we're seeing a change up. Rayreign goes back to Blink, and jayxp goes Wasp, and neither side expands. It's a Wasp Stinger Mammoth all in up against 1 base Blink into Shocker. Oh man, Shockers are gonna wreck. If you get a few Shockers and just protect them, you can put a Crusader or 2 in front, Blinks behind, and Blinks are gonna scale much better than Wasps in the longer game. jayxp goes all in on the final game, and I think this was reactive as well, because you can see, yeah, look, he teched first. So Rayreign was waiting to see what he did. Rayreign didn't risk the early expand, but does leave himself a little exposed, but you'll get some Wasps for it, actually. That works out. Sometimes leaving yourself open lures the opponent in, and you get some value. Blink forward, gets another Wasp. Very nice start. So what do you do here as Jay, guys? I feel like you go... I mean, he's expanded now, right? Yeah, that's probably it. You try to expand up and turn this into a longer game. Because if you're just fighting army versus army, it's not going to go well. You want to do Wasp counterattacks, Wasp Stinger counterattacks. You want to, like, try and catch Rayreign out of position. The Stinger, guys, very high DPS unit, super fast, super fragile, not very long range. But because it's as fast as the Wasp, when you have a squad of Stingers and Wasps, if you catch a few of your opponent's units out of position, it just kills everything. It is insanely punishing. Look at that. Blinks forward, and he's like, look, if you jump on me, you run into shockers. This is really smart from Rayreign. He's got his splash damage units. 1 shocker on its own is actually very vulnerable, unless you put it in the worker line, though. You got it. Yeah, okay. I like that he's sending some more units there. Oh, he traps the Stingers. He gets one of the Stingers. The other one almost dies. He should pull back, though. Don't go too far out. Don't go too far out, man. Oh, this is a crazy move from Rayreign. Rayraign's cocky right now. It could work because he's got good defense there. Dude, the Stinger's going to go for the run by in the main. These Wasps hanging out. This is a crazy move right now for Rayreign against a Wasp player. When you're playing a very slow comp like Blink Shocker, you should be turtling. Rayreign is attacking because he's a mad dog. He's a Protoss player through and through, and he says, yeah, bro, let's freaking go. Oh, no, bad micro from Jay, guys. Bad micro from Jay, losing 2 mammoths. He should have moved those out of there. The Shocker is going to go down. Oh, good shot from the Shocker. Can it get one more? Can it get one more before it dies? No, it can't. It should focus the mammoth, though. Now, you get 2 mammoths, take out a bunch of Wasps for what? A Shocker and a bunch of Blinks? I think this is fine for Rayreign. Could have been worse. And he's going air. He's going air, guys. He's got Falcons. He's got Falcons. Falcons do pretty well versus Blink Hunters. They do very well versus Blink Hunters if the Blink Hunters are also engaged with ground units at the same time. He's also got his own Mammoths coming out. Does he need those? I kind of... If I were in his shoes, honestly, I probably would have tried to turtle to a 3rd base and just build more Shocker, Crusader, Blink and just get like a critical mass. Because I don't think there's like really a threat from jayxp. But it's just going to give another problem for Jay to deal with. And that in itself is something Jay does not want to deal with. Jay's already struggling to find value with his Wasps because against a 2-base player, there's just not a lot of worker lines for you to do run-bys in. Dude, this is crazy. Yeah, if Jay doesn't go super heavy on the Blink Hunters, he's screwed. That's why he's pre-investing in Blink Hunters right now, because he's like, well, I know Falcons are coming. The question is, like, because if Rayreign spends all of his energy on Falcons and there's enough Blink Hunters to beat them, this could backfire. I think his best bet here is to just use the threat of the Falcons, build 1 or 2, and actually just keep investing in his basic ground units. His Starforge is finished. He hasn't used it just yet. Oh, that Shocker. Look at the Shocker. Another shot. See, it shoots very slow and it's kind of fragile. Wasps don't do that much damage. Shockers they're a good unit, but they are very bursty, right? They shoot 1 big shot and that's it for a while. Oh my god, crazy move up here. Crazy move for Rayreign. He's going to get jumped on. The Blink Hunters actually kill his Shockers very fast. Rayreign out on the map getting surrounded. This is a great swarm for jayxp. jayxp getting a great swarm. He can catch these Blinks as well. Look at that. Wasps in front. What are you going to do? Blink into a surround? It's like surrounding Stalkers with Zerglings. Jay, if he moves the Wasps in front, he could kill this much easier. Jay's not really microing as well as he could have. The pressure of being in the final match is actually hurting him right now. Dude, he's going to let them escape. Jay with the miss micro. Jay's panicking. Jay's panicking. I can't believe Rayraign's getting out of here. I don't think he can believe Rayraign's attacking, but he's now coming around with the loop around from the left and the right at the same time. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here's the Falcon swap. The Blink Hunters just blinked forward, but now they didn't have their blink ready for the Falcons. I think the Falcons might barely get over one. The Falcons need to micro back. You got to micro your Falcons back. Oh, but the Blink Hunters don't care. Falcons will go down at the same time. Blinks are getting jumped on. All the Falcons go down over there. Sorry for the sketchy observing. Trying to pull back. That's still a lot of blinks. A lot of blinks. It's a lot of damage on the ground. And remember, there's no air threat for jayxp. Losing your Falcon sucks, but this is still a very close game. 3 base against 3 base right now. Crusaders. Oh my god, move command. Move command from Rayreign. A little bit of a movie command. A few shockers in the mix would be nice, but he lost them earlier. Hasn't replaced them. He's bringing in more Falcons. I don't think Falcons are the right investment. There's a lot of blink hunters here. They will deal with those Falcons. Falcons have decent DPS, but you need something else. Oh my god, jayxp bringing it back, dude. jayxp, I thought Rayreign had a much superior position, but jayxp with masterful engagements, positioning, gets the surrounds where he needs to, and massively investing in blink hunters, which is exactly what he needed to do. If he didn't overinvest in blink hunters, the Falcons would have wrecked him. Like I said, just 1 to 2. It's something which I never recognize in game, but now that I'm observing, I'm so aware of this. I always do exactly what Rayreign just did there, which is make a ton of Falcons thinking they're going to win the game. But against a high-level opponent, you actually only want to make a couple of Falcons, force them to make a ton of subpar tier 1 anti-air units, which aren't as good versus ground or that great versus air, and just keep investing in Shocker Crusader. And I know it's not necessarily the best comp, but I think a few more Shockers in there and just keeping your blink mass plus with Crusaders in front does fine there, because Crusaders are just a little bit better stats-wise than the Mammoths, even though the Mammoths are ranged, and having just the occasional Shocker shot land on your opponent's Wasps, Blink Hunters, means his tier 1 units are just going to be getting thrashed, right? So your blinks are going to be getting so much more value than his tier 1 units, even without investing the shockers. But you get 1 or 2 shockers, and jayxp's tier 1 units probably aren't going to trade that well. That's something which I literally am learning in real time, because I would not have figured that out in the pace of playing if I was in Rayraign's shoes. But watching is actually helping me learn the game, and that's really awesome. Shout out to jayxp for winning a nail-biting 5-4 victory. That was freaking sick. GG, well played.